Hello there, and welcome to the top 50 tracks of all time, where we are swiftly moving down or up, depending on how you look at it, all the way up to number 9 of the top 50. So number 9 of the top 10. The idea was, I said I was going to start recording when it was a bit lighter, so the video quality will be a lot better. And then I forgot that in Sweden it goes dark about 10 o'clock in the morning, so I don't really have a lot of time to play around with. So that's why it's a little bit dark today. So we'll try again tomorrow and see how it goes. Okay, so number 9. It's a mover. It's gone up. Remember a bit of trivia yesterday? This is the one. This is the one that has gone up 25 places. It was number 25 in 2000, and then it dropped 9 places to number 34 in 2010. And then it's had a revival now and gone up a whole 25 places, up to number 9. So for the first time ever, it's in the top 10. It's been around for quite a while. It's been around since 1983. So it's one of those 80s ones that were coming in. And not only did we answer the question, the trivia question there of which track had gone up 25 places, it's this one. We also answer the other question. It's one of these two. It's one of these two's last track. The other one doesn't feature at all anymore, but it's one of these last track in the top 10. What did you guess? It was a pretty dead heat of those few that voted, with, I think, New Order just shading it, maybe by 1 or 2 votes. But it was quite even between New Order and Depeche Mode. And now, by revealing who it is, I get to show off something again for the second time, which is my wonderful, wonderful box set, which was part of my 50 countdown. This is the special edition of New Order, Power, Corruption and Lies. This album has already featured. Your Silent Face has already featured in the top 50. So what do I have in here? Well, I said I have Power, Corruption and Lies, but then we've got to get the actual album cover out from 1983. And the track, of course, everyone who knows me now knows exactly what track this is. It is Age of Consent. Oh, this track. Oh, I don't know how it's managed to be so low in the last 2 charts. I think I'm maturing now. I'm showing how wise I've got in the ways of music by this moving all the way up into the top 10. I would actually argue as well that yet again, Athena has some impact on this. I would probably argue this is Athena's favorite New Order track. So it doesn't get as much of a negative reaction when it comes on a playlist in the way that some of the others do. I read also that it's described by some reviewers or some critics as jangly pop, which really kind of grates on me. I know it's a bit of a happy melody compared to quite a few of their other tracks, but jangly pop it is not. And somebody even wrote that it was jangly pop in a way similar to the Beatles. I was like, can you get further away from the truth? The premise of the song is pretty simple and pretty easy. It is a couple that basically both realize the relationship is pretty much done or ended, but neither of them are able to make that move to end it. So they're still together, but they are reluctant to be the one to end it. So that's basically the premise of the song. But as one of my third-year students at Kungsgård in the economy program, Lavina, she's recently written an essay on this track. The idea was that all the students were studying about one of my artists, because why not? They've got to learn. They can't pick their own. And one of the groups got New Order. And then when they'd all studied and done a little information pack together, the idea was that they would pick one track. And that was their own choice, that they could go through the entire discography and pick one track. And my student Lavina, one of the New Order gang, picked Age of Consent, which I was pretty impressed with, especially when I started reading it. And she wrote about it in the same way, the similar ways to, you know, the way I'm thinking this thing of, it's a very negative message, it's very negative lyrics, but the music kind of gives you the other option and drags you away from that. So it's a bit misleading in its music, because it feels like you're going to be listening to a cheery song, but it's definitely anything but that. Lavina got an A for the text. And it's nothing to do with the fact that she wrote about Age of Consent, but she should have got a little plus and a golden star for that. No, but it was that the text was so well written and she analysed it so well. But I thought it was really cool that a college student of 18 years old can actually appreciate this track, which gives it a bit of a timeless feel as well. And I think that's one of the strengths of it. I think it's hung in there. I've loved it from day one, and it's always been it's been my favourite from that album for quite some time. But it's just the fact that it's sort of, some of the other ones I feel are a bit outdated, and you can hear with some of the music that you think, oh, you know, you were testing around with synthesizers and playing around with beatboxes and whatever. But I don't know, this one just really, it is timeless. This one is a true gem, a true classic, and well worthy of a top 10 place. Andrea mentioned in the number 11 when she was talking about Sigur Rós that it was a bit too slow, and she wanted to up the tempo a bit. So she was hoping the top 10 was going to do that. Well, you can't up the tempo much more than this one. So hope you're happy with this one. Give it a listen, bang it on, and let's see how long it is before it sticks in your head. Enjoy.